Hey guys, it's Colin here at eTrailer, and today we're going to take a little bit of time and show you guys these arched loading ramps from Erickson. Now these are going to be able to assist you with getting any of your ATVs, lawnmowers, UTVs up into the bed of your truck or onto the side of your trailer without having to lift them up and on. It's going to provide you with a safe way just to wheel them up, get them in the bed of your truck or on your trailer, and then strap down for your trip. Now, these ramps are going to be available in a set of 2, or it's available with just 1 ramp in case you have any 2-wheeled vehicles you want to load up, such as a dirt bike. Now in this kit you are going to get 2 separate ramps. What's nice about that is that you can adjust them to match the spacing of your wheels perfectly so that you can have peace of mind when you're pulling it off of your truck or even back onto it. Now one of the things I thought about when I first took a look at these ramps were that I have a lot of buddies that like to load up their ATVs and their UTVs into the bed of their truck. But they just use a couple of 2x4s, which is fine, but they do run the risk of the back tires spinning and pulling those 2x4s off. And that could cause a pretty big accident if your 4-wheeler or UTV is sitting on the ramps and they just get pulled off. It's not going to be good. So Erickson thought of this, and they included 2 cam buckle straps to strap to your load ramps and then to your hitch to make sure that the tires cannot pull the ramps off. So as you can see, I'm trying to pull it backwards and it's just not budging. So you're not going to have to worry about it when you load and unload your equipment. So as you can see, when we load and unload our ATV, the straps are really making sure that our ramps are not kicked out from our back wheels spinning when we're loading or from when we're braking when we're unloading it. Now these ramps are going to have a durable aluminum construction, but it's also going to be pretty lightweight. So when we're folding up our ramps to store them or even to set them out, it's going to be very easy. And the aluminum is going to make sure that it resists rust and corrosion and that it holds up for a long time. Now the ramps are going to have really good gripping on these slats right here. It's going to help make sure that when you're accelerating or when you're braking, when loading and unloading, it's not going to spin and cause any problems with that. So you can see when I put my foot on there, try to move it back and forth, it's making sure that my foot is staying stationary to make sure I have grip for the whole way up. Now what's really nice about these ramps is that they have an arch design to them. That's going to help improve your ground clearance, especially when compared to the ramps that just go straight from the ground to the truck. Now if you have something that sits very low to the ground and these ramps still don't give you too much confidence to not bottom out, we have another option here at eTrailer that's specifically designed for those. They're from Stallion, called their ATV Ramps. Their design allows you to get almost fully onto the ramps before you start angling up to get on the truck. Those are available here at eTrailer. Now you can see this nice platform sitting on top of our tailgate. That's going to help make sure, gives us a lot of surface area, and that the ramps will stay put onto our tailgate when we're loading and unloading. One thing I do want to point out is that we've used these ramps a good amount today. They're kind of scuffing up our tailgate right here, and that's kind of an easy fix. You can get like a kitchen rag or anything like that and just put it in between the ramp and the tailgate if this is something that bothers you. Now if we go from the top edge of our ramp where that flanges and we come all the way down to the bottom, we're going to have 90 inches in length of each ramp. And they're also going to be 12 inches wide. And that is something that some of our customers have been a little bit nervous about, is only having a 12-inch wide ramp. Well, we got other options available here at eTrailer that are 18 inches wide. So that's an additional 6 inches to give you more confidence when loading and unloading your equipment. With this set of ramps, we are going to have a total weight capacity of 1,500 pounds. Now that's going to be pretty heavy duty for this set of ramps. Most ATVs are going to be average 600 to 700 pounds, but something you always want to keep in mind when loading any piece of equipment is to add in the weight of the driver if they are driving it on. Now, I also want to point out that it's not going to be 1,500 pounds for this ramp and 1,500 pounds for that ramp. It's going to be 750 each. So if you're using the 1 ramp set and you want to load up your dirt bike, keep that in mind. Now as you can see, we have a slightly lifted truck right now, and our ramps aren't really that steep, but we all know there's a lot of other lifted trucks out there that are much higher than our current one. Now a little tip you can have without making your ramps too steep to give you more peace of mind when loading is that if you just back up to a hill or even just pull your trailer up to a hill and set your ramps up, what's going to happen is if this is the hill that we would be standing on, the ramps will just sit a little bit higher just like that, and that'll make the angle of you going up onto your truck or your trailer a lot easier. Now overall, these ramps are really high quality. Their weight capacity is very high. You're going to be able to get a lot of different vehicles loaded up onto your pickup or even onto your trailer. One little thing that I think it could improve on is putting some rubber coating around the plate that sits on your tailgate. and even having some rubber coating around that edge that we talked about earlier, just to make sure you don't harm or scratch the finish of your truck. But if that's something that doesn't bother you, these are going to be a great set of ramps for you. It's a very easy setup process. When you're ready to load up your vehicle, we can just pull them out from our tailgate, fold it out, set it up, and you do want to make sure that you line it up with your wheel spread. Once you have the ramps folded out with your cam buckle straps, just take the hook, get it onto your hitch, and once you have both of them hooked, just go ahead and tighten down your straps. And now when you're all loaded up, cleanup is going to be just as easy. Just loosen up your straps, undo your hooks, and you can just leave the straps connected to your ramp. We'll just fold it up on the inside, and then we can store the ramps under the ATV. Well, with all that being said, that's going to do it for our look at the arched loading ramps from Erickson. I hope this information helped.